For the 100% cheapest coins on the internet with reliable delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor MMOEXP by clicking the link at the top of the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Salsa family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 21 video on the channel, and in today's video we're going to be going over some insane budget beasts. I'm going to be showing you the best budget player at every single position, selling for a price of 100,000 coins or under. Now this video is absolutely perfect for those of you that have like an 80 to 91 overall squad. I'm going to be giving you guys a player you can pick up at every single position, so no matter where you're looking to upgrade, I've got you covered in this video. Now since this is a budget beast video, I'm assuming that the majority of you guys watching this are low on coins, so the first 3 people to comment on this one are going to be winning 50,000 coins each. Drop a comment if you're early, and if you don't have notifications turned on, be sure to click that notification bell because I do a bunch of giveaways like this at the start of my videos, so you're going to want to make sure you're on them quickly. And without further ado, let's hop into this list of players. Now my top budget quarterback at under 100,000 coins is honestly a no-brainer. This 89 overall Josh Allen card is an absolute dog. He's going to give you 93 throw power to go along with the strong arm archetype. Now right now in this game, having gunslinger and having high throw power is probably the most important thing to get on a quarterback, so Josh Allen gives you 93 throw power and is going to get gunslinger for only 1 AP. He's also got decent speed at 82, so he can still scramble out of the pocket if needed. I know the throw accuracies aren't that low, but don't worry, this card is not going to miss any passes. Put gunslinger on him, buy this card, and you're getting the best budget quarterback by a mile in this game. Now moving on to running back, we have a card that I have honestly not heard enough people talk about, and that is this 89 overall Ronald Jones. I get a lot of questions from you guys asking me the best budget running back you guys should pick up, and this Ronald Jones is honestly the best by a mile. Taking a look at the stats, he gives you 92 speed, 93 acceleration, and 92 agility. Those are top end speed stats on a running back card, and there's not many backs in this game that are selling for 200,000 coins or less that are going to give you that same speed. So Ronald Jones at only about 80,000 coins is going to give you incredible speed. He's also got pretty solid stats across the board, solid change of direction, a pretty solid juke move. The carrying is a little bit low. That's one thing I'd be concerned about for sure, but the speed is just so unmatched by any other budget running backs in this game, which makes Ronald Jones the best budget back by a mile. Now getting into the wide receiver position, I'm going to be going over 3 receivers in this video, and we're starting it off with an absolute demon. Henry Ruggs at only 37,000 coins is going to bring you 93 speed to go along with 93 acceleration. I'm not even going to look at any other stats on this card because, to be frank, they don't matter. 93 speed, 93 acceleration, 40,000 coins. Every single person that has a budget team needs to be picking up this card. Even if you've got like a higher overall team and you need a wide receiver 3 or a wide receiver 4, Henry Ruggs is going to be a demon out there on the field for you with those crazy speed and acceleration stats. Now next up, we've got 88 overall Darius Slayton, who similar to the Henry Ruggs gives you great acceleration and great speed, but he also has 86 deep route running and some pretty solid catching stats across the board. I would say he's more of a balanced guard, whereas Henry Ruggs is more of a speed demon. So if you're looking for someone that's a little bit more balanced, has better route running, and is going to have a bit better catching stats, Darius Slayton is the way you want to go, but he still has 92 speed and 92 acceleration, which is top end speed in this game right now. Now the top end wide receiver card that I want to go over is going to be 89 overall DK. We've talked about this card many times on my channel, but right now for me, DK Metcalf powered up with Sprinter has 95 speed. On this card, he's going to give you 92 speed and 90 acceleration. When he goes into his power up, he actually gets a +1 boost to that because of the fact that he got a team of the week upgrade, which is going to allow you to get that deep route running up to a 90. The spec catch in traffic, and catching stats are all really solid. This DK is a demon out there on the field. I would say if you have a budget team and you pick up these 3 wide receivers I just showed you guys, you're going to honestly have a wide receiver core that can compete against some of the top end corners in this game. Those 3 receivers are great budget options and players you guys should be looking for 100%. Now my favorite budget tight end is going to be 90 overall TJ Hockenson, who did just release a few days ago. He's going to bring you 85 speed to go along with 89 acceleration. Those speed and acceleration stats are pretty crazy for a tight end. He's also got really great route running and really good catching. To me, this is kind of a baby Darren Waller. The speed isn't as high, the route running's a little bit lower, but then again, Darren Waller is selling for like 300k if I'm not mistaken, and this TJ Hockenson is only going for 75. So this is definitely a really good option if you're looking for a tight end on a bit of a budget. Now, when it comes to the offensive line, I don't want to spend too much time going over the stats on all these cards because I know it could be a little bit more boring, but I have gone through all the stats of every single high-end offensive lineman in the game that is selling for 100,000 coins or less, and my favorite offensive linemen are Laramie Tunsil at left tackle, Laken Tomlinson at left guard, Travis Frederick at center, Zach Martin at right guard, and Orlando Brown at right tackle. Those 5 offensive linemen are going to be really good for you. I've gone through all the stats and picked out these players based on the stats that I think are most important on an offensive lineman. For my tackles, I made sure to go with people that have pretty solid pass blocking, and then my interior offensive linemen had some pretty solid strength to go along with a really balanced pass block and run block combination. I would say those 5 players are going to be the best budget cards you can go with. They're all selling for, I believe, like 75k or under, so if you're looking for an upgrade at any offensive line position, pick up one of those 5 players I did just mention. Again, just to go over that one more time: Laramie Tunsil at left tackle, Laken Tomlinson at left guard, Travis Frederick at center, Zach Martin at right guard, and then Orlando Brown at the right tackle position. Now on defense, we're going to work our way from the secondary all the way down to the defensive line, and starting it off in the free safety position, we have probably one of my favorite budget cards in all of Madden right now, 89 overall Marcus Maye. With the amount of safeties you guys should have on the field in this game, Marcus Maye should honestly be on every single MUT team. I don't care how good your team is, pick up Marcus Maye as a backup free safety because he can play for you in the box as a sub linebacker with the good speed, zone, and hit power combination, or he can play back for you as a safety if you sub in one of your other free safeties down in the box. So Marcus Maye is going to give you 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 89 zone coverage, 87 play rec, and 85 hit power. The zone, the play rec can both get up to 90s and hit thresholds. The speed can go all the way up to a 93 overall when you guys do put sprinter on him and power him up. He is an absolute animal, makes a ton of plays for me. It just seems like he's in the right position all the time to get interceptions, and it's honestly super crazy to see how well this card plays considering the fact he's only selling for 65k. He probably has the most interceptions on my entire team when it comes to a player that I don't use her with, so Marcus Maye is an absolute must for me. Now at strong safety, I'm going to be going over 2 players in this video, and we're starting it off with 90 overall Adrian Amos. In my opinion, you guys need to have 2 really good strong safeties on your team because a lot of the time for me, I actually sub in both my strong safeties in the box in like a nickel set, and I'll have both of my free safeties playing in the deep roaming positions. So Adrian Amos is an incredible some linebacker. He's got 6 foot height, which is solid, 91 speed, 91 acceleration, great zone coverage, great play rec, the hit power is pretty solid. His tackling is a little bit low, which is kind of unfortunate. 85 change of direction is going to be pretty good for a user as well. This Adrian Amos card is honestly a must. He should be on almost every single team, unless you guys do have a better strong safety option than him, but that high speed and acceleration to go along with good height and good zone just makes this card absolutely revoltingly good, in my opinion. Now, the second strong safety we've got on this list is going to be 89 overall Derwin James, who's a little bit worse than Amos. He's going to be slower than him. He's a little bit taller, so technically could be a bit better user. But again, the other stats just don't stand out to me. I would prefer to have really high zone coverage rather than have some pretty solid balance from man and zone. Derwin James has pretty good man. I would prefer just high zone coverage like Amos has. The hit power is certainly better, but the speed's going to be worse. Obviously, I think both cards are really good. If you have both these cards at your strong safety position and you sub them both in at sub linebacker, they'll both play really well for you. I like both these cards a lot and would say if you want budget players, these are some cards you should go with. Now, my first corner on this list is 90 overall AJ Terrell, who's currently selling for around 90,000 coins. As we take a look at the stats on this card, he gives you 92 speed, 92 acceleration. Those stats are awesome for a corner, but he doesn't really lack across the board either. 89 zone, 87 press, 85 man. Those stats can all be chemmed up to 90s pretty easily other than the man coverage. This card is an absolute beast. I think he's a must on almost every single team. If you need depth at the corner position, he can play as a cornerback 3 or a cornerback 4, or if you've got a budget team, he will literally lock up every receiver he goes against. This card was awesome when I played with him on his 84 overall version earlier in the year. There's been a couple of players in this video, if you guys have noticed, where I've really expressed a lot of favoritism toward them. Those are the players you guys want to pick up. AJ Terrell was one of them. Marcus Maye was one of those cards. So definitely consider those options for your team. Now, next up, we've got 90 overall Denzel Ward, who's a little bit more expensive than the cards I wanted to include in this video, but as we take a look at the stats and the way this card plays, he is absolutely revolting. The speed and acceleration are awesome, the same as AJ Terrell, but Denzel Ward is just one of those guys that plays really well in Madden. I don't know what it is, but he gets crazy animations. He'll always be really sticky in man coverage. Pause, relax. He does a really good job in zone. The press, the play rec, the jumping, it is all there. This is a dominant card. The card art is super sick as well. If you guys want to spend that extra 20k and go above the budget for the card art, it's honestly honestly worth it for this card, but Denzel Ward, certainly a dog, certainly would recommend it if you want a new corner. Now, you guys will probably notice I'm not overviewing any linebackers in this video, and the reason for that is because linebackers are tortoises on the field. They do not animate for the football. It is not worth it to literally put any linebackers on your field. I have no linebackers playing for me other than Von Miller, who's going to be a pass rusher, so we're not going over any of them. Just don't pick up any mid linebackers. They're not worth it. I'd rather you pick up a strong safety. Instead of getting a linebacker for 100k, pick up Adrian Amos, sub him in a mid linebacker. He will play better than whatever linebacker you were considering picking up. So we're skipping right to the defensive tackle position to me and Joe Greene. Me and Joe Greene honestly has some really good stats for DT. As we take a look at them, he's going to give you 91 shed, 91 power move to go along with 83 acceleration. For me and Joe, that's pretty solid speed and acceleration with 83 and 74 respectively. This is a really nice card. It's pretty expensive, but if you want a DT, you don't have to upgrade for quite some time. Here's who you go with. Now at right end, you guys have heard me rave about this card multiple times this year. I'm not going to spend too much time going over his stats, but 89 Myles Garrett is going to give you a really nice power move as well as ability combination. He's got 91 power move. He has the built-in edge threat ability. Those are the reasons why you got to go with the card. Really good speed, really good acceleration. He's going to shed really quickly against any tackle he plays against. Now the final player we've got is Reggie White, selling at just over 100,000 coins at the left end position. He gives you 91 shed, 91 power move, really good finesse move, great tackling. The speed and acceleration are honestly solid for a Reggie White card. Usually he's a little bit slower than this in game, but I am a big fan of the speed they gave him at 76 and 86 acceleration. That's honestly not terrible. This card is super balanced, can pass rush, can stop the run, and those are all the players I wanted to go over. I went over the best cards you guys should be picking up at 100,000 coins or under. I know that's kind of a threshold that a lot of you guys are probably sitting in when you're making your upgrades. You're probably spending 50 to 100,000 coins on a lot of your cards, so I hope this video did help. It's not really that budgety. Budget cards are, I guess, more in like the 20 to 50k range. We're kind of in that tier above budget, which is probably what a lot of you guys are looking to pick up cards for. So I hope this video did help out. If it did, leave a like down below, and until next time, fellas, I'm out. Have a great rest of your day. Peace. So